This is potentially the most beautiful cozy game list I've ever made. Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, my name is Payton. It is nice to meet you, it is nice to see you, and welcome to the corner. Now, when I personally think of cozy games, the word aesthetic and the phrase aesthetically pleasing is something that also usually comes to mind. In fact, I do find that most games that I call to be cozy tend to also be some level of aesthetically pleasing, which to me just means you look at it and you get that vibe. It's visually stunning and appealing to you. But today, I have taken it a step further and I have compiled a list of some upcoming cozy games that I feel like are the definition of aesthetic cozy games. I made a video in the past showcasing cozy games that I thought had beautiful art styles. That one in particular was games that are not pixel art style, because I know some people don't like that kind of style. Today, there are no limits to what style is included. The only criteria is that the game looks pretty to me, and I think that you'll think they're kind of pretty too. Now, all of the games I've included on today's list are upcoming games, and most of these games do not have confirmed release dates just yet. Some of them are confirmed to be for 2024, some of them we're not quite sure, and because of that, we're not exactly sure what platform each game is going to be coming to, so these are all games to wishlist and get super excited about in the future, and keep them on your radar. Before we get into it, please be sure to click the lovely little like button, as well as subscribe for more cozy, chaotic content, and if you want to see me play cozy games live, I live stream right here on YouTube and over on Twitch several times a week, every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and we would love to see you over to stream. Okay, I'll shut up. Let's get into the beautiful games. Now, the first game on this list is actually what inspired this video. I have been thinking about this game nonstop since I first heard about it a few months ago, and this one really strikes me as a game that is obscenely visually stunning and visually aesthetic, and something I cannot wait to play. This game is called VIVARIUM. Now, of all the games on today's list, VIVARIUM is the one that is the most mysterious because we don't have a whole lot of information about this game quite yet. But what we do know is that it takes place in a world that is inside of a terrarium. Like, we are living inside of a terrarium world. And we'll play as a character called Jenny, who will explore the surroundings of this world to try to uncover its mysteries. And we'll get to do so by helping out some villagers along the way that may aid us on our discoveries. While we don't know a lot about the gameplay mechanic or the story, we do know this game looks like it is taken completely out of a movie, and while lots of cozy games get compared to Studio Ghibli movies, this one feels accurate. Now, VIVARIUM was first showcased in the Wholesome Snack Showcase a few months ago, which was right at the end of 2023, and I remember when I saw this game, I legitimately thought, okay, this must be a cinematic trailer. Sometimes game companies will make a trailer that isn't with the actual game footage, and it's a little bit extra, and it honestly looks a little bit better than the game is actually going to look. But this one, you can tell right from the trailer when it goes from a cinematic element to the actual characters walking around, it continues that cinematic vibe. As I said, a lot of people compare lots of cozy games to Studio Ghibli movies, and I often find that the comparison is a little bit of a stretch. But this one, I feel like, hello? Would you not look at this and think, ah yes, this is a classic Studio Ghibli film from my childhood. It gives me such good vibes. I love the idea of a world inside of the terrarium. The characters that we see in this trailer look super cute. I'm interested to see what the gameplay style is going to be for this one. It doesn't seem like it's going to be very intense, but I wonder how rich the story is going to be. It is one that is definitely on my radar, and I am very excited to check it out. The next game on the list is perfect if your favorite part of a farming sim is taking care of your animals. This game is called Wish Upon a Llama. Wish Upon a Llama is a cozy, animal genetics-focused RPG that is perfect if you've ever played a farming sim, but really just care about the ranching. As Llama Town's dedicated rancher, it's your responsibility to provide wholehearted love and care for your beloved animal friends. In the game, you'll get to take your animals on walks with you anywhere and everywhere you go, as you'll explore the beautiful countryside together, and the animals come in various colors, patterns, and personalities, and you can breed the animals to make new combinations. The baby animals will inherit genetic traits from both parents, so you'll need to consider all of the factors as you breed your animals to discover the 50+ special breeds. In addition to this, you'll also get to cultivate strong connections with your companions through mini-games like fetch, giving them pets, snacks, and toys. And it's not all about the animals because there is a whole town to discover, with NPCs to get to know, and some to even romance if that's your style. Think about this one as a life farming sim with an animal-centric twist, an adorable pastel vibe, and overall a lot of heart. I don't know why I've never heard of this game before. This game seems like it was made for me. I am obsessed with the characters in the game. They're so adorable. I love the style of them so very much. But move the characters aside, it's all about the animals. The animals are so cute. I love that they follow you around. I love that there are so many different combinations. It makes a farming sim feel more a little bit like a creature collection game almost, because you're looking for all of these different variants, breeding the characteristics. I think that's really fun. I like the overall visual style of the world as well. By now, we have no shortage of pixel art farming sim games, but this one does feel different, and I really do enjoy how it looks. I'm just so excited that the animals are going to be in the spotlight for this one, and we have such adorable ones like llamas. I think this one is going to be a really fun time. The next game on the list is another game I've heard nobody talk about, but when I saw the trailer for this one, it was another one that I was like, that's a movie. That's not a game. That's a movie. It looks so amazing and stunning. This game is called Sunset Hills. Sunset Hills is a hand-drawing, novel-style narrative puzzle game about the travels of novelist Nico after his discharge from the army. As Nico travels by train to each city to visit his former comrades, the player encounters a variety of people and events and learns about life through solving puzzles along the way. As they reunite, they'll reminisce about their past experiences in the war, unravel the war and Nico's past, and gradually reveal the true purpose of Nico's journey. With a beautifully illustrated art style, this game will have 3D scenes that have 2D characters, which will depict a relaxing and peaceful post-war world containing over hundreds of puppies of varying shapes and personalities, and Victorian-inspired city buildings. Other than the engaging storyline, the game will feature tons of point-and-click puzzles, where you'll need to obtain information and clues from conversations and interact with the scenes to obtain a variety of items and props, and using them to figure out where the journey will lead you to next. We love a story-rich narrative cozy game, or I'm assuming you do, because I love a story-rich narrative cozy game. I love the style of this one so much. I've been seeing more and more games incorporate this 2D and 3D, 2.5D style where there are both 2D and 3D elements. I really like how it looks in this one. I love this kind of game because they're exploring a darker and deeper subject matter, but they're presenting it in a whimsical, cutesy kind of way and having all of the characters be puppies. I love the idea of getting on the train and going from place to place, meeting new characters, finding lost connections to drive a story forward. It's got puzzles, it's got story. It seems like it's going to have a little bit of everything. And if nothing else, I just want to look at it. I could just stare at the game all day and I'd be cool with it. The next game on the list, don't hate me, okay? I put this game in so many videos because it was supposed to come out in 2022. Didn't. Was supposed to come out in 2023. Didn't. So I have falsely promised this game to you multiple times because I'm so excited about it. We don't have a confirmed release date, so I'm not promising it's coming out this year, but this game is called NAIAD. In NAIAD, you'll get to immerse yourself in a relaxing, minimalist, and colorful exploration adventure. You'll get to flow with NAIAD across a mysterious river and interact with its gorgeous fauna and flora to discover little secrets. You'll learn to swim like a duck, dive like a fish, dash like a frog, and meet other adorable friends like butterflies, rabbits, turtles, snakes, and crocodiles to help them find their way and avoid obstacles. It's a journey in 16 episodes that will take you through beautiful and strange places like a spring, a forest, a cave, a lake, an orchard, until you finally will reach the sea. Do you see why I keep talking about this game? Like, this game is nuts. In the most nuts in a calming, crazy, it's so stunning, I don't even know what to say about it kind of vibe. I love this idea of flowing down the river. I love getting to interact with different characters, discovering different fauna and flora in the river. This is a type of game I have not seen before. I feel like we're getting tired of seeing the same old stuff from cozy games, and this one really does feel innovative and unique. I love the art style. It is being worked on by a solo developer, which I think makes it even feel like more special. I think that's so cool. I know nothing about developing games. I only play them and tell you about them, but I always think it's so cool and so impressive to see a solo developer make something absolutely stunning and gorgeous like NAIAD. This is one I'll continue to talk about until it comes out because it's absolutely worth talking about. The next game on the list definitely has a very different feel from pretty much any of the others, but it is one that is so intriguing to me. This game is called SCHIM. SCHIM is a game about jumping from shadow to shadow in a relaxing and lively environment. This 3D platformer takes elements of light, shadow, and animation and adds them directly to the gameplay, delivering an experience that you will only find in this game. A SCHIM is the soul and spirit of an object, thing, or living being. Everything in the world has one, and a SCHIM should never be separated from their thing. But this does happen to your SCHIM. This SCHIM, who is attached to a human being, has been separated from them early on in game, and it's your job to find your way back to the human before it's too late. I love the premise of SCHIM so much. I love this idea of jumping from shadow to shadow and being inventive and creative with how you're going to get from one place to another. I love the storyline behind it, and I love that it is puzzly but also kind of exploration-y. And I overall just really love the style. It's a very minimalist style, but so effective in its color palette and its just overall tone. Even though I tend to be a maximalist in most things in my life, I really like the simplistic look of this game, and I think it really puts an emphasis on just paying attention to the shadows, which of course is the main part of the game. And so of course, it is another game I am very excited about. Now let's bring it back to the farming sims for a second. You know, I gotta throw another one in here. And this is one I am so unbelievably excited about. It is another one with an art style that just really draws me in. This game is called Fields of Mistria. Fields of Mistria is a spiritual successor to the farm sim RPGs of the late 90s and onward, where you'll get to build the farm of your dreams as you discover magic, romance, and adventure. Mistria is an idyllic village tucked between the forest and the sea, and it's offered you an overgrown but full of potential homestead in exchange for your assistance. So it's your job to restore the town to its former glory after an earthquake wreaks havoc and strange magic begins to flow through the land. The game features the opportunity to customize your character and farm to suit your style, the ability to farm, fish, mine, and craft your way to a revitalized town, find your ideal match and start a family with one of 12 adorable marriage candidates, raise adorable animals, and breed rare color variants, as well as get to know 30+ villagers and get to know their stories and even battle foes. Fields of Mistria has this amazing Sailor Moon type vibe. I love the characters in this one so much as well. It is yet another farming sim. This one has a little bit of a magical twist. It is very pastel and cutesy. I think the villagers that you could romance are hot. And everything about this game excites me. I know we have so many farming sims. I'm hoping this one has enough stuff in it to make it different, but I think its visual style alone sets it apart for me. We have to have an adventure game on today's list, and this one is an adventure platformer that I think also has... that I think has a really unique twist. This one is called The Plucky Squire. The Plucky Squire is a charming action-adventure game where you'll get to jump between 2D and 3D worlds while solving puzzles, boxing badgers, flying with a jetpack, and enjoying many more delightful and surprising mini-challenges as you become the hero of a living storybook. The Plucky Squire will follow the magical adventures of Jot and his friends, storybook characters who discover a three-dimensional world outside the pages of their book. Jot must face challenges unlike anything he's ever seen if he is to save his friends from the dark forces and restore the book's happy ending. The Plucky Squire is another game that is using both 2D and 3D elements, but this one feels really intentional and different, and it's a part of the main mechanic of the game. I think it's so interesting to incorporate these two styles. I love the storybook element of it. I'm not a big platforming lady. If I'm playing a platform game, it's gotta draw me in with its story or its overall vibe. This one draws me in with its story and with its overall vibe, and I think it's going to be really fun to shift between the two styles as you continue on through the game. The next game on the list is another game I never shut up about, and I know I've put it in so many videos, but it just it needed a spot in today's video. It just had to be included. This cozy game is one that I feel like is the epitome of cozy gaming. It's called Tiny Bookshop. In Tiny Bookshop, you'll leave everything behind and open, you guessed it, a tiny bookshop by the sea in this ambient narrative management game. You'll get to stock your tiny bookshop with different books and items, set up the shop in scenic locations, and run your cozy secondhand bookshop while getting to know all of the locals. You'll get to customize your tiny bookshop with items that you collect along the way, which will affect your sales and add new mechanics as you go on. And you'll get to befriend Bookstonebury's eclectic cast of characters and help them out with different tasks. Where you go each day, which items you bring, and the way you interact with the people all around you will shape the course of the town's stories and your own. I love everything about Tiny Bookshop. Of course, I haven't played it yet because it doesn't exist yet, but I love everything I know about it and everything I see looking at the trailer. I think the premise is just so sweet. This is what cozy gaming is about to me. A sweet, simple, community-based, and a customizable experience. I love the idea of running your own bookshop, curating the books that you carry for the customers, getting to know them, and also be able to experience new places and grow your business throughout the game. I think this one has a beautiful style. It is a little bit more simplistic, but it still feels vivid, full of life, and it feels like beautiful illustrations that would go in a very lovely book that maybe you would sell at your cozy little bookshop. The next game on the list is a game we know is coming out this year, and it is one of my most highly anticipated cozy games of the year. This game is called Magical Delicacy. You'll play as young witch Flora and discover a bustling town in this Metroidvania-inspired wholesome cooking game. In Magical Delicacy, you'll get to cook meals and potions in your customized kitchen by carefully selecting the right ingredients, navigate the town in casual platforming to meet the townsfolk, take up orders, and learn about the world of magic. The story follows Flora, who has just traveled to a distant town to fulfill her dream of becoming a proper witch. She opens up a shop in Grat, a harbor town that is built upon cliffs, where adventurers settle to chart an unexplored island full of mysteries. As Flora engages in the town's thriving economy, she'll stumble upon two members of opposing covens, both of which have a lot to teach Flora if she is to be a proper witch. Magical Delicacy, I think, is so unique. Of course, it has a stunning visual style, that's why we're talking about it. But other than its visual style, I think the premise of the game and the mechanic is really interesting because it combines platforming with cooking and also magic. It has a little bit of everything in it. I really like the style of the characters. This pixel art style is one that really calls to me specifically. It's pixel art, but it feels so detailed and so inviting. And I really like how the characters look and how the dishes look that you cook. I played the demo of this one not too long ago, and it was one that I really enjoyed, so I'm really excited for its full release. And the final game on the list, from the name of it, you maybe wouldn't automatically think, ah yes, that sounds aesthetically pleasing. but I had to put this game in here. This game is called Trash Goblin. Trash Goblin is a wholesome and cozy shopkeeping game where you uncover and clean trinkets for sale. You'll get to customize them by upcycling and more to meet the eccentric requests of your endless colorful customers. You'll spend your savings to upgrade your shop, buy new and better tools, and even expand your business to new, exciting districts across the town. The game will feature 180 plus different trinkets, accessories, and variations to find, clean, repair, and upcycle. It'll feature 8 tools to use across 3 trinket care minigames, 15 plus NPCs to get to know, 25 plus quests, and endless customers with endless cozy gameplay. Now, don't let the name Trash fool you. I think there's something very pleasing about taking an old trinket, cleaning it up, upcycling it, and then selling it, giving it away to somebody else. This is definitely a different style of game compared to a lot of others you've seen on today's list, but it's so exciting to me. It's one of those games that is meant to feel satisfying, I think, as you play it, but it's not like a mindless game where you just have to clean things up. There seems like a lot of customers to interact with, a lot of different tools you can utilize, and a lot of different trinkets to explore. So don't let the name Trash fool you. This game definitely sounds aesthetically pleasing, at least to me. And there you guys have it. Those were some upcoming cozy games that I personally find to be extra aesthetically pleasing and beautiful, stunning, all of the adjectives. But I want to know your thoughts down below. Have you heard about any of these games? And if so, which ones are you excited about? And what did I miss? What are some of your favorite aesthetically pleasing cozy games? What does that mean to you? What is your favorite kind of style when you look for a cozy game? I want to know. Let me know down below. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for watching. Please be sure to click the lovely little like button on your way out, as well as subscribe for more cozy, chaotic content. I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.